Hello everyone, I'm Lesion. I'm going to introduce our work, Mapping Fuzzy Regions, a data-driven alternative learning prism for stable lesion segmentation. Lesion segmentation in medical images is extremely challenging because many lesions have irregular, ambiguous boundaries and therefore produce noisy or even conflicting pixel labels. Our goal is to provide a strategy that keeps the model stable and accurate, even when ground truth masks are imperfect. Let's begin with the key insight that not all pixels are created equal. In every training image, we can roughly divide regions into reliable, unfuzzy regions, clear boundaries, accurate labels, fuzzy regions, ambiguous boundaries, noisy labels. Existing methods treat all regions equally during training, leading to unstable representations and poor discriminability in fuzzy regions. Look at the figure. Feature representations in unfuzzy regions have strong discriminability, whereas those in fuzzy regions show poor discriminability. Our proposal is to develop a learning prism that leverages reliable unfuzzy regions to guide learning in challenging fuzzy regions, much like a teacher-student curriculum. The overall framework we propose is a data-driven alternating learning prism DALE. Part A of figure shows the training process of DALE, with the Tth iteration shown in the middle part. At each iteration T, we construct an unfuzzy size D sub n superscript T and a fuzzy size D sub f superscript T. Then update theta superscript n on unfuzzy size. Update theta superscript f on fuzzy size. By alternating these updates, the reliable regions continually teaches the fuzzy regions, and the alternating learning process of fuzzy size and unfuzzy size is as follows. With the overall DALE framework in place, let's zoom in on the first key component. The AE and ER soft threshold methods that partitions the dataset into fuzzy size and unfuzzy size. How do we decide which patch is fuzzy? We measure average entropy AE. The higher the AE value, the more uniform the pixel distribution in the patch. We compute an edge-pixel ratio (ER). Regions with a higher proportion of edge pixels have more irregular edge structures and more prone to noisy labels in general. Finally, a soft threshold tau splits the data into unfuzzy and fuzzy size. Next comes the most crucial question. How can we detect and downweight the noisy samples that occur in the fuzzy size? We introduce a label confidence parameter omega. For every sample in the fuzzy size, we attach a trainable weight omega. If the sample is expected to be noisy, omega reduces, so its label contributes little to the gradients. If the label is trustworthy, omega increases, letting the model learn from it fully. Okay, how do we determine the label confidence? We propose a collaborative optimization method based on loss consistence to learn and optimize the label confidence. Here is the main principle. If the labels of samples in the fuzzy size are correct, the optimization process will reduce the loss in both the fuzzy and unfuzzy size simultaneously during training. So we introduce the proposition to achieve collaborative optimization. The core equations are 3 and 4. Let's define model A and its shadow model A prime, which have the same structure but different parameters. First, the model A prime is trained on the fuzzy size use the theta sub n superscript t obtained from training on the unfuzzy assays. This yields a set of pseudo-parameters theta sub p superscript t, as shown in equation 3. Then, we now update the label confidence omega as shown in equation 4. Why do we adopt this learning rule? Look at equation 5. In gradient descent, the update of each confidence weight omega is driven by the inner product of two gradients, data theta sub p superscript t and data theta sub n superscript t. When the sample has similar gradient direction in the optimization process of fuzzy access parameters theta sub n superscript t and unfuzzy access parameters theta sub p superscript t, the confidence omega of the sample will increase. Otherwise, the confidence decreases. Even after RASC filtering and confidence weighting, feature distributions in fuzzy regions can drift from iteration to iteration. We model the embeddings of each branch with the multivariate Gaussians and minimize distribution alignment loss. It is important to note that the multivariate Gaussian distribution for each class derived from the non-fuzzy asset may not cover all data for that class, causing a shift in the distribution. It can be alleviated by adding an appropriate perturbation term to the estimated empirical convenience matrix. This unstable representation collaboration steadily pulls the fuzzy branch features toward the unfuzzy manifold, giving more consistent Lesion boundaries. Now that we have covered all three key components of DL, let's turn to the environmental results. We test the DL on 3 lesion segmentation datasets, achieving an average performance improvement of up to 7.16%. Table 3 and Figure 4 shows the results of all competing methods on the ISIC 2016 and PH2 and multiplied data plus datasets. All evaluation metrics show that our method performs best. Figure 5 clearly shows that DL enables the model to learn discriminative features in fuzzy regions more effectively than CIRL. Figure 8 shows that DL achieves a faster convergence rate and hair stability. Figure B indicates that different learning rates affect the initial convergence speed of the omega optimization, but have a little effect on the final performance. Table 5 shows that since DL's alternative learning strategy accelerates convergence and reduces training runs, the total training time is reduced. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out at fanglesin@mail.sdu.edu.cn or visit us at CVPR 2025.